Let me check the audio first. Hopefully, the audio is okay. Is my audio loud? I'm just setting things up, you know? I'm just setting things up. Okay, I see 3 people. I'm gonna use my back camera. Let's see if it works. Yes, your audio is... My audio is loud and clear, right? For some reason, I can't connect my earbuds. Okay, I think I can hear myself now. Oh! The audio was not connected from my computer, that's why it was. It keeps getting disconnected. It was getting connected to another device. Yes, I am. The quality looks better. Yeah, exactly. I just use the front camera because it's easy to indicate and read sometimes from here. Like if I'm reading stories here, I'm not seeing the chat sometimes, so the chat is here. Like it depends, but today I'll try to handle this way. Now I'm just trying to see, like check if everything is okay. I see a lot of viewers actually. Hold on tight, please. Let me just fix everything, like set things up, and then I'll start reading some stories. Hopefully I'll find some good ones. And if you have your own, you can submit. Just go to my community tab. Yeah, I was seeing 11. Hello, Talon Paul. Tell me if you're having any issues. These earbuds are... Oh, what in the Megamind? Yeah, I'm Megamind, of course. I'm so smart that my head just grew. Please get connected. I just wanna hear my own voice once, just once, so that I understand if it's too loud. Otherwise, I'm gonna change the microphone. I mean, I know you can hear me. Hang on tight. Ooh. 7. I know I'm gonna lose many now because people don't have it. Please just get connected, idiot. I know what to do. I understand. computer is right here. Why the hell it needs to connect to a phone next room? Oh, okay, I think I got it. Where did you get? Finally. Okay, let's see. Hello, small kid. Yeah, I should tell them, but you know, people need to use their devices too. Okay, I'm just gonna check. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's pretty fine. If you guys get any issues, just tell me. Hello everyone, it's your Turkish. Yeah, I know. Welcome everyone. A lot of people just left, but it's okay. I'll be patient, and I'm gonna read a lot of stories today. Okay. Hopefully, you're gonna like these. At least one story. I hope so. And are you guys ready for the next story? I mean, first story. Yesterday's stories were interesting. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed. Drop a like since you guys are here. Should I make a poll before? Okay, let's aim first, okay? Aim for 10 likes. Let's see if I get 10 likes while reading the stories. And yeah, thank you for your reactions. Okay. Every night at 3 a.m., Rafiq heard a soft knock on his bedroom door. Rafiq is a Muslim name, right? And you're Turkish, so you definitely know. So Rafiq heard a soft knock on his bedroom door. At first, he blamed the old apartment or the stray cats that prowled the hallway. But then the knocking started coming with a whisper. A voice that sounded exactly like his own. So he basically heard his own voice at 3 a.m. Let me in. I'm cold. Of course, a cat won't say that. He never opened the door. He never even got close. He just lay still. I think this is the natural reaction. I think most of us would do the same. We would just lay still. What would you do if you heard a voice, your own voice, knocking at your door, middle of the night, telling, "Open the door, let me in"? Okay, that makes sense. He just never opened the door. He froze, basically. And he was waiting for the knocking to stop. One night, the whisper changed. I'm already inside. So this time, the sentence just changed. He got used to for a while, but now it's a different sentence. Rafiq felt a warm breath on the back of his neck. But when he turned, there was nothing. The door, however, was now wide open. Simple, short, but scary. Hello, Danny Cricket Shorts. Welcome. Welcome back. Drop a like since you guys are here. I'm aiming for 10 likes now. And remember, just because I'm streaming, it doesn't mean you guys have to stay as long as I'm here. You can do whatever you want. Just join every now and then. Check what's going on. You know, that's gonna help. Go and open it, then show them a spider. It's a copy of me, they will probably run away screaming. Yeah. But what would you do if you heard your own voice middle of the night? I think I would just call someone. I mean, that's realistic. But yeah, that very night I would just stay and wait for this to gone, to leave. And my chair, of course, always gonna make some creaky noise. Creaky 11 people. So let's try another simple, short, and scary one. Right? Let me check this one. Shut up! It's not even a story. Okay, story number 2. And I'm sure you guys are ready for it. I hope these are not the same stories I already read last night. A man is driving late at night when he sees a young girl on the side of the road, shivering in the cold. He offers her a ride, and she quietly sits in the back seat, giving him an address. I hope it's not another vampire story. When they arrive, he turns around to tell her they're there. The back seat is empty. Confused, he knocks on the door of the house. An old woman answers when he explains what happened. She nods sadly. The girl was my daughter, she says. She died in a car accident on the road many years ago. I actually made a short covering this story. I just remembered. And it's a very popular one, actually. I got 3 likes already. I'm typing because every now and then I'm replying to people. That's why. I got 4 likes, right? Okay. I see 3, but yeah, I always see 1 less. Time for another story. Uh, okay. Time for another. Let me read first before reading it out loud. OG Location Deep. Welcome, brother. Thank you for joining. Drop a like since you're here. I'm reading stories as always. And chatting with you guys. Yeah, I'm just checking the story. Because I'm very careful with these stories. You can't read every single story. If somehow you say a bad word, YouTube won't make me reach more people, you know? Why the hell am I buffering? Am I buffering? I mean, I'm buffering from my end. Okay. Let's see. A teenage babysitter was watching two kids after their parents went out for the night. The house was quiet, and once the children were asleep, she relaxed on the couch to watch TV. I think I heard that story already and I made a video about it a long time ago. Long time ago though. After a few minutes, the phone rang. A man's voice whispered, "Have you checked the children?" The start is very interesting so far. "Have you checked the children?" he asked. She hung up thinking it was a prank. "10 minutes later, the phone rang again. "Why haven't you checked the children?" he yelled. Okay, getting interesting. Getting interesting. I'm just waiting for the noise to leave. A lot of traffic noise. During the midnight, it's not supposed to happen. Seems like I lost views again. I can't see the chat for some reason. That's why I use the front camera, so that I can look properly. If this doesn't work, this will work. Let me just use the front camera for a while. Oh man, I almost dropped it. I'm gonna keep it that way for a while, okay? It sounds like the mother... See that? You said so many things, I didn't get that. It sounds like the mother of the children. Yeah. Let's see. What is it? Her hands shook. She called the restaurant where the parents were. They hadn't left any instructions and didn't know who could be calling. The phone rang the third time, louder, almost urgent. "Check the children before I do." Okay, now this is getting serious. It's getting serious. Terrified, she called the police. They told her to keep him on the line next time so they could trace the call. Okay. The phone rang again. She answered. The voice hissed this time. "I'm coming for them." How do you say in a hissing way, I'm coming for them? I'm coming for them. Like that, maybe. I'm coming for them. Suddenly, the police broke into the line. Get out of the house now! The calls are coming from upstairs. Okay, this is getting interesting. I would honestly check the children. Why doesn't she? I have no idea. We'll find out why. She dropped the phone, ran outside, and met the police at the door. When they rushed upstairs, they found the children unharmed, but the upstairs phone was off the hook, still swinging, and the attic door was open. What happened exactly? It was not explained. Very questionable story. Very questionable indeed. I'm gonna turn on the fan because I'm feeling hot. The story was unexplained, but it was interesting. Let's wait for some more people to join. Okay, I don't want to run out of stories, you know. But what you said makes sense, Eleanor. Time for another one. Don't leave because I'm just getting started. Yeah, I liked it too, but it was too unexplained. When it's too unexplained, it's kind of annoying, you know. I got 4 likes. Thank you very much. Drop a like. I mean, I have 7 viewers now, but only 4 liked, and other 3. I think you guys don't care, and you don't have to. But stay. They're just passerbys, you know. They're just swiping and watching shorts. I don't expect them to stay. Okay, time for another story. A woman was driving home late at night on a desert road. The trip was quiet until she noticed a car following her. That's something always happens. At first she ignored it, but the car stayed behind her, tailgating dangerously. Tailgating dangerously. Frightened, she sped up, and the car followed. It kept following her. Then, it flashed its headlights repeatedly, making her panic. She rushed into a gas station, and the attendant ran out, waving his arms fanatically. What does it even mean? Get out of the car, he shouted. Okay? Terrified, she stepped out, and the man checked her back seat. There, hiding in the shadows, was a man with a knife. Hello, Royal Games, welcome. Thank you for joining, and drop a like if possible. I'm trying to get 10 likes now. Terrified, she stepped out, and the man checked her back seat. There, hiding in the shadows, was a man with a knife. The following car hadn't been chasing her to harm her. It had been trying to warn her. Okay, so the car was actually trying to help. I'm telling stories. Scary stories, more specifically. During the stream, that's the goal, but I chat every now and then and tell stories, you know. You can tell yours if you want to. If you're my subscribers, if you, I mean, most of you are probably not, but if you're my subscriber, you can check my community tab and you can write down any story, and I'm gonna read them out. So if you're interested, go ahead and do it. And thank you for the like. I think the 6th like was yours. Gracias, amigo. Gracias. Let's see if we hit 10. I'm gonna read that story once again because it feels kind of confusing. So I'm gonna read it again. A woman was driving home late at night on a deserted road. Okay, I got that. The trip was quiet until she noticed a car following her. So she found a car was following her, so she was scared, of course. At first, she ignored it, but the car stayed behind her and kept following her, tailgating dangerously. Why the hell that car was following her? And that car was following her for a while. And of course, she was scared. Frightened, she sped up. And the car sped up too and kept following, you know? It flashed its headlights repeatedly, making her panic, as if the car following her trying to tell her something. She rushed into a gas station, and the attendant ran out, waving his arms, and said, "Get out of the car!" He shouted. So basically, that's creepy. Better call 911. Yeah. Terrified, she stepped out, and the man checked her backseat there. Hiding in the shadows was a man with a knife. The following car hadn't been chasing her to harm her. It was trying to help her. So basically, a car was following you, and you thought it's trying to harm you. But that car was actually trying to tell you that someone is behind the seat, holding a knife. And it's a true story, by the way. Yeah. And that shut up. Imagine if it happened. Because sometimes you're not sure who's the bad guy. It kind of reminds me of that scene from Terminator 2, you know? Where Arnold was chasing John, but he thought he's chasing to kill him, but he wasn't. He was trying to save him from... I don't know if I'm recalling the scene properly. Let me check. Oh, my internet sucks. So I can't even do that. But let's read another story. Damn, do you know the story of Atlas, the Greek god? If you know, do tell. I actually don't know. Do you? If you do, you're welcome to write it down. I'm gonna read. You can write it down here. I'm gonna read. Because now you probably can't write it on my community tab because you have to subscribe for a day at least before even... I don't, but I want to hear about it. Okay, so what do you... let me research about it then. Yeah, do you know... altars of Greek god. Let's find it out. I'm gonna research, so give me a minute. Altars... altars of Greek god story. Tell me if that's the one, okay? Sounds interesting. Atlas, the Greek god. Atlas, the Greek god. I just don't want to read whatever I found. I have to understand first if that's the correct one. And entertaining enough. Because some people don't write it properly. Oh, I got another subscriber. I don't know who subscribed. Probably you, Wild Games. Was it you? Probably. All I know is, once he carried the world on his head. Oh, really? Fahim Muntasir, are you... No, I'm not. My head is just big. So, if you guys hate big heads, you may leave, because I'm not gonna shrink my head down anytime soon. No, someone else did. Okay. Okay, I'm researching it even better, but till then, let me read another story. Where are you, home? Yes, I am. I'm actually in a graveyard. It's a room of the graveyard. Yeah, obviously. Don't you think? Imagine if somebody chased you with this big head. It might look goofy now. No, it didn't got it. Uh, I mean, the story it's telling, I don't think that's the one. It's just random. They're not good yet with these, you know? I just have to find it in a good website. Somebody out there definitely wrote this story. If it's popular enough, actually. I got a lot of creepypasta. Do you have any favorite creepypasta? Yeah, I'm checking Wikipedia. But I have to find where which is very entertaining to read, you know? I can't just read anything. What did you say the name again? Atlas of God? Let me find it again. Atlas the Greek god. Sorry. Atlas the Greek god. Atlas the Greek god. I think I got a nice one. It's just my internet is buffering. Yeah, Atlas the Greek god. Atlas the Greek god. Atlas the Greek god. Drop a like since you're here, Muntasir or Fahim, whatever is your name. Fahim. Where are you from, Royal Games? You sound pretty smart. I mean, audience who can actually tell me about stories like I should read that. I appreciate that type of audience. Because they just make my job better. I apologize, my internet, for some reason, is slow now. You're from Bangladesh. Too smart to be a Bangladeshi. Because last time I got two Bangladeshi people, and they were asking me personal question. They were asking me, you know, basically personal question. Both of them. You can guess. Before I continue, I would like to say, I'm not gonna reveal my country yet. It's a promise. Like if I reach 10,000 or around, only then I'm gonna tell you guys. Till then, you guys can guess, keep guessing. Yeah, I can give you a hint. I'm not from a very popular country. Okay, you can say 5 countries. If you're correct, I'm gonna say you're close. So say 5 countries. That's actually pretty easy. That's pretty easy. Welcome back, the best audience of YouTube, Eleanor. Your channel says no channel. It's just the default country. Why? Because it's an English speaking country, and whenever a channel is focusing on that, they basically by default picks the US. Like for example, you probably have your phone and the English is American English, right? So that's it. It doesn't matter. I'm not from the US. It's just by default, not by default, like I always pick US no matter what type of account it is. But YouTube doesn't care. It cares about the language. For example, if I'm speaking, let's say, Japanese, YouTube will understand this guy is speaking Japanese. So the video gonna be recommended in Japan. Makes sense, right? It is what it is. Sometimes I wonder, should I change that? Is it harming my channel? But as far as I know, that that was never a thing. Like it doesn't matter. YouTube never cared about it. It's just there. It's not like, let's say, the US has more features, right? Just because you picked the country US, you're gonna get American features. No, you will never get that because your IP, that's detected. So it doesn't matter. Because if that was the case, if you got Netflix, and you know, Netflix is very regional based, you would just create an account, American, and if you're in India, you would get American shows. No, you basically need a VPN so that it changes your IP. So it doesn't matter. Did you find the story? My internet suddenly sucks today. Mr. Kazi. Hello, how are you, brother? I'm not. I'm doing kinda. I don't know. I'm pretty mad actually because my internet is slow. Love from Bangladesh. Thank you very much. Drop a like since you guys are here. I'm trying to chase 10 likes and I got 7, but I think you guys are seeing 10. 5 people voted. My internet sucks all of a sudden. Because I'm doing so good. Nature was like, I'm gonna make you suffer. So let me do something about it. I apologize. But I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Maybe your live is sucking all the speed. No, it's not. I mean, it's not like I've been doing live for a while. You know? It's just my internet. Sometimes it... Oh, okay. There's a thing. I shared it a few times. No, just one time. My router switch is connected with the bathroom switch. So whenever somebody's using the bathroom and they turn on the lights, my Wi-Fi gets disconnected for a while, and then it stays slow. No, I'm not from the USA. If you guys are just thinking I'm from the US because the channel info says US, it's just by default. Yeah, it's true. If you guys know about these, I don't know. I'm not an electrician or something. Probably an electrician can say that. You turn on the lights of the bathroom, Wi-Fi gets disconnected. You turn off the lights, Wi-Fi gets disconnected. And after the disconnection, it stays slow. So I'm sure somebody used the bathroom, therefore my internet got disconnected. And of course I can't tell them to, don't use the bathroom. If they have to, they have to, right? And it'll be okay. It just takes like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, but it'll be okay. Okay, it's okay. Now I'm gonna find the story. The Atlas of God, Greek God. The Atlas of Greek God. Yeah, when the nature calls, nature calls. You can't do anything about it. I got your story, by the way. Let's see if that's the one. He was a titan. You said he held the whole world on his head? Let's see if that's the one. Atlas was a titan, one of the powerful beings who ruled before the Olympian gods. During the Titan Mechi, or I don't know, Titan Mechi, the war between the Titans and the Olympians, Atlas fought on the side of the Titans. I think I heard the word Titan, like Atlas, but I didn't know the details. It's very interesting. Thank you for recommending this. When the Olympians, led by Zeus, won the war, Atlas was punished. His punishment was to hold up the sky for eternity. Oh my god. Intense. So that's the story, right? Royal Games. Verify it. Okay, you already verified it. You said yes, yes. Atlas is a Greek god or Roman god? Greek god. That's what Royal Games told me. When the Olympians, led by Zeus, won the war, Atlas was punished, and his punishment was to hold up the sky for eternity. Eternity! How harsh you gotta be to give a punishment which lasts forever, so that the heavens and the earth would never meet. Imagine carrying the weight of the entire sky on your shoulders forever. On his shoulders, not head. So he was like holding it like this. If his head was big enough like me, then it's a different story. Of course he could. But on his shoulders. Greek gods were very strong, and they have, like, you probably saw the statues. They got massive shoulders. They didn't care about the chest like modern bodybuilders. They cared about the shoulders, and that makes sense. When I work out, my priority is always my shoulders, not my chest. Yeah, I didn't know the story fully, so I said head. Okay, but you knew the core. Like, hey. Because of this, Atlas is often shown in an art learning with great effort, holding a globe over the heavens. Okay, I saw the statue. Now I remember. I was gesturing like this, right? So the statue is exactly like that. I didn't set up any slideshow, any screen recording, so I can't show you, but I can show you through the camera, so let me show you. I prefer setting up the screen recording, but, you know, I didn't set things up. Atlas, the Greek god. Yeah, I knew it, that's the one. I knew it! I knew it, that's the one. Atlas. Oh man, this is a cool one. Look at this one. I feel like making it my wallpaper. These are AI generated, of course. But cool. This is very cool. But it seems like he's holding the hell. This is what ancient Greeks believed, yeah. I'm a fan of the Greek aesthetic, Greek god aesthetic. That's what I chase. I don't like the modern bodybuilder look. This story is so interesting. Read further. Okay. 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 Okay, where was I? Because of this, Atlas is often okay. That I'm gonna read further. Where the hell is it? I smell something very dirty. Dirty this time. Usually I smell weed because the neighbor building, a lot of students live, like a lot of teenagers, and they often smoke weed, and I smell that. But now now it's something nasty. Yeah, exactly. They always smoke weed. And I keep the windows closed usually. But the smell is very intense. Yeah, exactly. Just like that, Eleanor. Kind of. I'm very sensitive to bad smell. So if I make any face like this, I apologize. I need to use. Yeah, exactly. I smell poop. But not exactly. I don't want to close the window because I need some air, you know. since everything is closed. I locked my door. Okay, I'm gonna read the story with details. Long ago, before the Olympian gods ruled, the world was dominated by the Titans, ancient and powerful beings. Atlas was one of them. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Atlas or Atlas? Atlas. I mean, the exact Greek pronunciation. I don't know. I'm just saying it like English. I wonder how the Greeks say that. Atlas. I am the Greek god Atlas. Atlas was one of them, a titan of incredible strength and endurance. He lived during a time of chaos, when the Titans and the younger gods, the Olympians, were at war. This war, called the Titanomacy, lasted 10 long years. So this war lasted 10 long years. Atlas fought bravely for the Titans, leading armies against Zeus and his siblings. But in the end, the Olympians, I can't say that word. Why would you write the story using curse words? The Titans were defeated. The Zeus decided that the leaders of the rebellion must be punished. We already know that. For Atlas, the punishment was unlike any other. He was condemned to stand at the western edge of the world and hold up the sky for all eternity. Not just a cloud or a single star, but the entire heavens, so that the earth and the sky... Shut up! So that the earth and sky would remain separate. His muscles ached, and his back strained under the endless weight. Yet, he could never rest. That's the punishment. Atlas' punishment made him a symbol of immense endurance and eternal burden. He could no longer wander freely among the Titans or the earth. He became a figure of isolation, forced to watch the ages pass while he bore the weight of the heavens. That's it. That's the story, basically. There's nothing more to tell about it. But a very interesting story. Thank you. I could educate myself about it. I saw this statue all the time, but never knew about it. Never heard the stories. I just knew he's a Greek god. Yeah. And the smell is getting stronger. It's getting stronger. Any other recommendations from you guys? It's okay. Life always teaches you something. It's teaching me to endure the smell, you know? I don't know if you were ever next to a baby. It smells like baby poop. That's how I would describe it. Hydra. Can you tell me about it a little bit so that I can understand? If I ask ChatGPT, it's gonna tell me, but ChatGPT says it weirdly. Yeah, exactly that smell. But are you familiar with this smell? You were never next to a lot of babies, but you can still recognize, I think. Okay, so you know, someone threw away a diaper, maybe. That describes it very nicely, but why would you do that? Middle of the night. It has lots of head and it regenerates fast. What are you talking about? But Eleanor, you said it perfectly. Now it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Talking about the mythical creature Hydra. Oh, sorry, I apologize. It has lots of head and it can regenerate. Hold on a second. It sounds like a god. Hindu god. Yes, I will in a bit when I get up. Good idea. I'm actually gonna use my body spray. I'm gonna spray it all over my body so that the bad smell can never touch me. I have strong ones. The spray is so strong that if I spray on my body today, it's gonna last tomorrow the whole day. Some expensive things are actually good. Not Vishnu, it's Brahma. No, not talking about Vishnu. I don't know who's Vishnu is, but I thought it's about that. Okay, Hydra. What should I Google? Hydra. The guy with a lot of heads. You have to write mythical creature Hydra. Mythical creature Hydra. Whenever I hear the word Hydra, it reminds me of the Hydra from Marvel. Hail Hydra. Tell me if that's the one. The swamps of Lerna, near Argos, there lived a monstrous serpent known as the Hydra. This was no ordinary serpent. Was it about a snake? A serpent? It had 9 heads. Some stories say more, and for every head that was cut off. Is it kinda? Maybe that's not the one. Is it also a Greek story? It had 9 heads. Some stories say more. And for every head that was cut off, 2 more would grow in its place. Okay, seems like I got the correct one. Its breath was poisonous, and its gaze could strike fear into the bravest warriors. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I apologize. I'm gonna make some ginger tea for myself. Is it okay? You guys can like do whatever you were doing and come back. I'll take like few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes max, and I'm gonna continue the story. You can come back after a few minutes. Okay, thank you very much. Also, I gotta check the smell. What type of smell this is. I'm still making the tea. It'll take like 2 minutes. I should write be right back. I got 8 likes already. 8. 8. What if I keep it here? How does it look? I think my tea is ready. I'm back. I hope I'll see some faces. I'm back too. Perfect time. Perfect timing. I was making some ginger tea. Pure ginger with a little bit of honey. Random. It's not like my throat is itching or anything, or I have cold. That's just random. How about I keep it here? That's good. I think the light looks good here. Yeah. Yeah, healthy, of course. Am I still loud from this distance? Because I'm not using any external mic once again. I mean, I'm using an external mic, but it's not a lav mic. I randomly add ginger to my tea nowadays. Yeah. That's very good for you. I'm not using any ginger powder. It's raw ginger, organic. My tea looks weird. Can you see the ginger? A little bit of ginger, like a tiny piece. A knob, basically. Oh, that's hot. Too hot. Okay. Time for the story. Hydra story. Yeah, I think a lot of people left. See that? Pausing always drops it, but it'll get back. I know. It will get back. Okay, the smell is gone. The smell is gone. Yeah. It's gone. How many likes I got, Eleanor? How many likes I got? We're having different things. You're having cold milk and I'm having ginger tea. 8. 8. 2 more. I need 2 more. Hey, back again. Welcome back. By the way, what should I call you? I mean, small kid boy. That's a long name. Should I call you something? Or small is better? Okay, I'm gonna call you small then. Kit. Okay, I'm gonna call you Kit. Okay, Kit. I was reading stories and I'm about to read one, but it was a request from a guy called Royal Games, and he's not here, so I was waiting for him. But I'm gonna read it anyways. I can read it again later. So, in the swamps of Lerna, near Argos, there lived a monstrous serpent known as the Hydra. It's about a serpent. This was no ordinary serpent. It had 9 heads. Some story says more. So, multiple head serpent. I think a lot of people know about this. I think only like some of us don't. Because it sounds like it's very popular Greek story, right? And for every head that was cut off, 2 more would grow in its place, and that's pretty annoying. Because I faced bosses like these in video games. You kill one, you got 2 more. You have to hit the weak spot, otherwise it'll keep expanding. Should I say expanding or regenerating or giving birth or cloning? Read something that's interesting and weird, both scary and funny. Yeah, scary. This one isn't that scary. It's a Greek monster story. So let's find a scary one. If Royal Games comes back, I'm gonna tell him that story. I heard about this creature in a TV show. Yeah, I think I did. Like a snake with lots of heads. It sounds very familiar, but I didn't know the entire story. Okay, Royal Gamers is still here. Let me finish the story since I already started, and then I'm gonna say the scary one. I was always here. Okay, thank you very much. So, every time you cut off 1 head, he would grow 2 more. Its breath was poisonous, and its gaze could strike fear into the bravest warriors. The creature terrorized the countryside, devouring livestock, destroying villages, and poisoning the waters of the swamp. How evil this snake is, can you imagine? He was not just attacking, basically he was destroying villages, poisoning the waters of the swamp, devouring livestock, terrorizing people with its gaze. Like basically it was destroying the entire nation. He was a bit hungry. Yeah, he was eating everything, but why the hell he would poison lake or pond, stuff like that. The Hydra was said to be the offspring of Typhon and what is it? I don't know the Greek words. Echidna, two of the deadliest monsters in Greek mythology. Okay, even the gods feared it. That's the short story. But there's more. The hero Hercules was tasked with killing the Hydra as his second labor. One of the famous 12 labors assigned to him by King Eurys. I don't know how to pronounce it. Greek words are hard actually, but let me spell it out for you. King Eurystheus. Eurytus, 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 Eurytus. He is a very bad boy. Yeah, he is. Indeed, he is a very bad boy. Whatever the king named, let's continue. Hercules traveled to Lerna with his loyal nephew, Lolos, and approached the swamp where the Hydra waited. That sounds like a movie scene or video game cutscene. As soon as Hercules struck at the beast, he realized the danger. Each time he severed a head, two more would sprout in its place, and that's the annoying part. That's very annoying. Let's continue. No, I don't need this one. Okay. Hercules soon understood he needed a plan. He can't kill him this way. No, I don't. I was just checking. It's very interesting. Why would I stop? Greek mythology is interesting. Yeah, exactly. It's very interesting. So, he was trying to kill it, and every time he cut one head, he was growing two more, and Hercules realized he can't kill it this way. He called upon Lolos, his nephew, who ran back and forth with the torch. He was just running back and forth with the torch. What the hell? You're not helping. I mean, I don't think it was a good idea to take his nephew, but, you know, a help is a help. Every head counts. They had such a wild imagination, yeah, indeed. So he was just walking back and forth, holding the torch. Imagine, you're trying to kill the snake. Your teammate is just running back and forth, holding the torch. He's not even helping. Searing the necks after Hercules cut each head with the flame. So he just burned each head and then cut them all. They prevented the head from growing. Okay, so what Hercules did, he used the fire sword. He just lit up his sword probably and then burned his head while cutting it. I don't know how it, like, they didn't describe it properly. But he slashed it and he also used the fire. Nephew was waiting for the last heat to probably, but he was basically annoying. Finally, Hercules faced the Hydra's immortal head. So he basically burned all the heads and finally he got the main head, the weakness, which could not die by ordinary means. Using his immense strength and cleverness, he buried the immortal head under a massive rock under the monster reign of terror. He grabbed the head, he pushed it under the ground and put a rock on it. Hercules was smart actually. He wasn't just strong, he was smart. First he was slashing and it was growing back. double, like twice. Uh, he said two more, right? Yeah. He was cutting one, and two more was growing back. So he used fire this time. After cutting, he burned them all. After burning them all, when the main head was there, he found, I don't know, they didn't explain it how, but he eventually reached the main head, the weakness, and he grabbed the head and put it on the ground and then buried it under a rock. Strategy. I wish they explained it with details, like how did he grab it, you know? But Hercules was so strong, he could do that. He could just grab the head and slam it, you know? If it was a regular person, he wouldn't able to. He would definitely die by the time now. So he buried the immortal head under a massive rock, ending the monster's reign of terror. And that was his victory. Hercules dipped his arrows. Okay, so he took a bow and arrow. Hercules dipped his arrows in the Hydra's poisonous blood, making them lethal weapons for future battles. Okay, so he took some of the toxic from the snake, you know, to use his arrows like a toxic arrow. That's pretty smart. He even killed Medusa. Yeah, I know about Hercules, but this was very interesting. So he even took the toxic home. Like, let's not use it, let's not waste it. Okay, there's more. Okay. So, seems like a lot of people tried to kill Hydra. Now I get it. The Marvel Hydra, like Red Skull's team, their logo is a skull with lots of tentacles, like snakes, right? Maybe that's the symbol. Makes sense now. He was a Chad. He even killed Medusa, yeah, obviously. He's a Chad. Okay, let's read the legacy of Hydra. The Hydra became a symbol of problems that grow worse when attacked carelessly. It's actually pretty educational. For every solution, sometimes two new challenges arise. In art and literature, the Hydra is often remembered as a many-headed serpent. Witnessing in the swamp, a terrifying creature that only the clever and brave could defeat. So basically, yeah, it was very educational, kind of. Some problems you cannot solve with bad planning, because it's like if you lie once, you have to keep lying, and the problem will never end. So you gotta think and find a solution which can end it once and for all. So that's what we learned, kids. I like when the story is teaching us something indirectly. I never paid attention when they talked about Greek mythology in school. I don't know why. Because maybe the way they were saying it was very boring. It is actually interesting. Yeah, it's interesting, basically. Basically, it's like cinematic kind. I mean, in school, we never want to pay attention to stories because often they say it in a boring way. You know, they focus on teaching us more than telling us interesting parts. But the same stories we watch in movies, they basically make it interesting from the beginning to the end. They make it entertaining. You know, for example, I never learned history enough, but I learned a lot of history playing Assassin's Creed. Why? Because it was a fun way to learn. You have to be interested Otherwise, you can never learn. And even if you learn something you're never interested in, you will never gonna remember them. You know, a lot of things we learned as kids, how many things we actually remember? Think about it for a second, because we were bored. I think they have to make schools more interesting, more fun to learn. Time for another story. I see 4 people, but the likes didn't increase. It's still 7. I mean 8. Let's see. I see 4 people too, but still 8 likes. Let's see how many subscribers I got. Yeah, few people subscribed. This puts a smile on my face. I didn't finish my tea yet. I just boiled some ginger with this and mixed some honey. Good for your throat. And since I tell stories, I do voiceovers, these are helpful. Okay, let's read something very, very common. A common creepypasta. Slender Man. Let's read a story about Slender Man. There are so many. Let's read one. It's not that flavorful. It's meh. But it's better than just warm water. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys ready for a simple urban legend of Slender Man? I'm gonna say... I didn't specify that I will only say creepypastas. I will say anything. Creepypastas, true crime stories, urban legends, even mythic. Something new I tried today, that's Greek god story, Greek mythology, you know? Okay, Slender Man. I see 3 people. Slender Man. Okay. Slender Man is said to be a tall, faceless figure in a black suit with unnaturally long arms. Don't teach us about Slender Man. We know how he looks. But still, some people might find this guy something new. So maybe I should describe how he looks. Slandy. Let's talk about you first. So Slender Man is said to be a tall, faceless figure in a black suit with unnaturally long arms. He lurks in the woods, always watching, always talking. That's basically is Slender Man. Agent 47, who's pale and tall with no facial features. That's Slender Man. People say he appears in photographs, sometimes in the background of family photos or school pictures, unnoticed at first. If you see him, it's said he follows you home, even if you never see him in person again. Slender Man doesn't speak, but he drives people to fear and madness, especially children, who sometimes vanish mysteriously after glimpsing him. The legend is simple, but the creepiness lies in the idea that he could be anywhere, silently observing you, and no one else might know or know. No one else might not know. Yeah, Agent 47. I think whoever created Slender Man, he took Hitman Agent 47's picture and photoshopped it in a creepy way, and now we got this popular urban legend. I found out about Slender Man through video games first. And then I heard this creepypasta. And I heard that it's just two friends jokingly made this character. Yeah, so this is confirmed that two people, two or one, like jokingly made this character. But my theory is he took the inspiration from Agent 47. Because he also wears suit, you know? Black suit, white shirt, he's bald. The only difference is he got no facial feature and he's absurdly tall. Like my head is absurdly big. 8 likes. Actually 9. One more likes. One more like. And then I will increase the demand. They posted in the Creepypasta forum, right? Yeah, I watched a video. I watched a video about it. I was like researching. I researched a lot of Creepypasta, like how did they get to this? What's the origin, you know? For example, Jeff the Killer. I said many times stories from this Creepypasta. But that picture of, obviously these are all lies. They're Creepypasta. But the picture, the origin, I could never find it. I don't know. That's an obvious Photoshop. Jeff the Killer, his face is in the internet since the internet was new, from 2007 I guess. And the picture was found in a Japanese website, maybe. You read the one where they turn their propagandas to snakes? No, I haven't. So as I was saying, let me show you Jeff the Killer's picture first. The origin is still unknown. Nobody gonna find it, you know? If you're using the internet for a while, you definitely come across to this face. Even if you're not into creepypasta. Russian sleep experiment, yeah. You sent me that. The term creepypasta I don't even like. I never even knew the meaning of it. Till I made my horror channel. A horror story is a horror story. I never liked the labeling, you know? True horror stories, creepypasta, urban legend. No, every single scary story is just a horror story for me. But then I was exploring why people call it creepypasta. Basically, it's copy paste, then copypasta, then creepypasta. It's just an internet thing kids came up with no logical explanation because they're copying and pasting, so it's just that way. So this face, you know, nobody can explain this face, the original big picture. Eleanor, you know this one, right? You've seen it, this face. I said common urban legends from Jeff the Killer. I even wrote one short story, like using this character, long time ago. I'm gonna reshare it again. I'm kind of proud of it. I'm proud of every single stories I ever wrote. People just don't know which one I actually wrote and which one is collected. I like, they don't read the credits, of course. They don't have enough time. And I challenge you to find the origin of this one. The day you'll find the origin of this picture, internet will break, because this is from the beginning of the internet. This character, the original picture, you will never find. I can challenge anyone this. I tried to find it. I never even found, like, I never even went close to the source. And I don't think anybody will ever find it, because whoever this person is, even though they say it's a guy, so it could be anyone. A girl, a guy, anyone. They're not alive. Definitely they're not alive. Somebody just took a picture, smiling, and then somebody edited using Photoshop and then posted it. Back then internet was very basic, very narrow. Now it's so wide. People are making images of this using AI, editing, taking pictures of themselves, cosplaying. So it's getting drowned. So you'll never find. But I every now and then I will try to find it because the day I find it, I'll be ahead of a lot of channels because nobody could ever find it. I sound like a teenager when I talk about these crappy creepypastas, but there's a point though. I'm not talking about the story itself. I don't care about that fake story. Obviously, it's a made up story and pretty childish. I'm talking about the origin of this exact image, you know? And that's very interesting in my opinion. The story itself is nothing. Today, 3 people subscribed while watching this stream. So thank you very much, whoever subscribed. Yeah, it's a mystery, and I challenge nobody gonna find it. I researched enough about it, and a lot of YouTubers also said that it's hard. They couldn't find it either. A lot of fellow YouTubers I have, even they said the same. I don't know if I asked them exactly, but they don't have any explanations on the on their channels, horror channels. Let's read another story. Since I talked about urban legends, let's read another urban legend. I probably missed reading a lot of comments. Let's see who's the top fan. Eleanor, any guess? Don't check, just tell me. Okay, you can actually see, obviously, that you're number 1. Sometimes I ask stupid questions. So, number 1 is Eleanor. Number 2 is Small Kit. Number 3 is Royal Games. Number 4 is Mr. Kazi. Number 5 is Jacob. When did Jacob said anything? I don't remember. He probably did in the beginning. Number 6 is Danny Cricket Shorts. Number 7, Talon Paul. Number 8, Star Biskwoski. Number 9, OG Lokesh Deep. Weird name. OG Lokesh Deep. And you definitely heard about that urban legend or creepypasta, Bloody Mary. Yeah, Jacob said something. Today he wasn't high, I guess. Bloody Mary. And I even thought about trying it when I was younger. I didn't believe it, just curious. The legend says, okay, let me read it, just in case you don't know about it. Eleanor probably knows it, Bloody Mary. The legend says that if you stand alone in the dark room in front of the mirror and say, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, 3 times, a ghostly woman will appear. I will try that if I get enough audience, of course. Some say she's a vengeful spirit. Others say she is a supermodel. And some say she is a witch. And her face may be covered in blood. People claim that if she appears, she might scratch, curse, or even pull you into the mirror. Others say she will reveal secrets or the future. I want to know my future. So maybe I'll try if I get enough audience. But at a terrible cost. So it will tell you your future at a terrible cost. The story has been told for generations, usually as a dare at sleepovers. The fear comes from the suspense, the idea that your own reflection could betray you. But yeah, one thing really happens when you keep looking at your reflection, it changes and it looks creepy. We all tried it, I know. Don't lie that you never tried it. As a kid, when I did that, I actually got scared for a while. Like, what just happened? When I explored it for the first time, and I never listened to these, I was just looking at myself, staring with a dead expression, looking deep in my soul through the eyes. And then my face turned into something very creepy. You can hallucinate without doing any drugs. Yeah, it can possible throughout many things. Tell me how. Tell me one way which isn't connected to the drugs. Let's hear it. Like if you look at the mirror with the lights off for a while. Yeah, that's hold on a second. So this is actually a hallucination. Makes sense. But you can stop it anytime, right? So it's like under control. It's under control. Let me see if I can ask a friend to join the stream and drop a like. It doesn't work most of the times. Where are you? Are you online? Are you online? I see, and it happens when you sleep face up. It ever happened to you? You're sleeping facing up, and then suddenly you're seeing things. Nobody's online to help me out. Nobody. Okay. You experienced sleep paralysis many times, right? I just experienced it twice. Twice that I remember. It's nothing common, but my brother, he probably experiences it a lot. For some reason. My mom too. My father, he never experienced it. Not even once, he said. He says, how do you experience that? I want to know. He's like that, curious, because he thinks it's totally BS. He's not brave or anything, by the way. I kinda don't wanna say it because I feel like I said that story during the live stream one time and I made a video. So repeating sounds weird. It's basically that story where a kid, a kid was following that one. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to repeat just in case YouTube thinks I'm just repeating stories, you know. And another time, a woman pulled my private part so hard that I woke up with pain. And the pain was so vivid, I actually felt it. Why would you do that? It's not like repeating gonna hurt, but it sounds boring to me. And I'm sure a lot of stories I already repeated. It's fine, but this specific sleep paralysis one I kind of feel weird to repeat. That's it. It's not like it gonna harm my channel or anything. Not at all. Not at all. It won't. How many people are active right now? I see 0 and now I see 2. Oh, I see 2. Royal Games, are you still here? Kid, what about you? Are you still here? Okay, I have my group. Let's share this. And you got 9 likes. I need one more. One more. I hope I'll break the record of yesterday. Yesterday I got 17 likes. If I get 18, I'll be satisfied. I will be satisfied. I think somebody just trolled. Do you know how? It was 9 and somebody took his like back just to troll me. Notice the like dropped. 1 like dropped. How come I lose? Yeah, exactly. Somebody just trolled. You know, some people I know this a lot of times. What happened is sometimes in my community tab I say 1 more subscriber to make this 50. Like now, for example, I have how many subscribers I have? 2,351, let's say. Now the next aim is 2,360. Now let's say I'm now 2,359. So 1 more to reach 60. And I post this in my community tab and immediately somebody unsubscribes from that post. It's like, yeah, they now probably it's somebody else. It's not that guy, or maybe that guy just trolled and took it back. But I know people like that exist. It's just fun. It is just fun, but it is not very good. It is sad. Very sad. Okay, time for another story. If you guys have any recommendations, do tell me. I'm gonna research and read it. I'm gonna research and read it. I'm gonna like my own stream now. It's not cheating. You are allowed to. If it was, YouTube would warn me or punish me. So now, La Llorona. I can search that. Tell me about it first. I think that's Mexican urban legend. Tell us about it a little bit before I find it. It's better to have some context, you know? Yeah, it sounds Hispanic for sure. La Llorona. La Llorona. It's like your name, Lorena. You should be proud of yourself for having a beautiful name. Oh, right. But I thought it's only in Argentina. So it's a universal Spanish thing, right? Double L is like show, so it's La Chorona. Chorona. It sounds very Southeast Asian. La Chorona. In Argentina, it's SH. But uh, in Mexico, is it the same? It's yo, so it's La Llorona. Llorona. Okay, so in Mexico, it's La Llorona. Do you know anything about the story? Anything? I have this weird habit. Whenever I drink, I don't chug directly. I just do that for some reason. That's all I know, and I'm not sure if that's the one. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, so you do that too. I was like, am I weird to do that every single time? Like this. I found it. La Llorona, the weeping woman. Long ago, there was a beautiful Mexican woman named Maria. So her name was not Llorona, who lived in a village near a river. Sounds interesting. She married a wealthy man and had two children, but over time he grew distant and eventually left her for another woman. Sounds like a typical telenovela from Mexico. I'm not sure if that's the one. Let's see. In a fit of grief and rage, Maria drowned her own children in the river. What the hell? Your husband left you. Why would you punish your children? Makes no sense. Immediately, she realized the horror of what she had done. So after killing, you realize what you... Ah, psycho. No wonder why her husband left her. Maybe she acted like this, and he was like scared. This woman gonna kill me, I better run. Maybe. So immediately she realized the horror of what she had done. Consumed by guilt and sorrow, she wandered the riverbank crying and wailing. Shut up! Crying and wailing, begging for forgiveness. She eventually died of a broken heart, but her spirit could never rest. Sounds interesting. Now her ghost, known as La Llorona, the weeping woman, wanders near rivers and lakes, wearing a white dress, weeping and calling for her lost children. You killed them, and you're calling for your children. Makes no sense. If anybody you need to blame is yourself, ghost woman. People say that if you hear her cries at night, it's a warning. She might make the mistake again. What? This is a pretty selfish kind of woman. First of all, you made the mistake, and now you're acting like you're a victim. You're victimizing yourself, making a terrible mistake. 7 votes. How many said yes? Okay, let me finish the story first. She is weeping and calling for her lost children in lakes and rivers. People say that if you hear her cries, Okay, I read that. It's a warning she might mistake living. Okay, so there's another thing. It's a warning she might mistake living children for her own and try to take them. So if you are a child, she might think you are her child and she gonna take you. The legend is often told to warn children to behave and stay away from the dangerous waters, lakes, and rivers. But the story's true terror is the image of a grieving, vengeful ghost forever searching for the children she lost. Yeah, definitely I can see why this story was made up. So that the kids never play next to the river and drown themselves. It makes sense. How loud is my creaking sound? The chair is creaking every now and then. Okay, so it's not that loud. So you're otherwise tell how loud it is. It's not too bad. But the story is pretty interesting. How many likes, by the way? You're gonna make bread? Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, sure. You can go. But how many likes? Like 9 likes. I need one more. I need one more. Okay. You may go. %86 said, I'm gonna reach 10 likes. But I haven't yet. I need one more like to reach 10. I'm waiting for more people to join. Somebody unsubscribed. Thank you for that. It was 51, now it's 50. Pretty childish for you to do that. Pretty childish for you to do that. Okay, I see 4 people. Do you guys have any recommendations? I'm gonna read that story if you have. Somebody needs to talk so that I can carry on. Otherwise, it's not possible for me to read a story when I don't even know If you guys are hearing me or not, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. But it feels good that it's reaching some people somehow. Some people are reaching. Let me write a description. Oh, I already did that. Can you drop a like? Can you drop a like? I'll appreciate it if you do that. I will appreciate it if you drop a like. So, what the hell? Why my eyes are burning? The left one specifically. I don't know. Hello. Welcome. I'm waiting for more people to join. I've been telling stories and I said almost 6 probably. I didn't count. And I will keep telling you stories if you guys stay. Sounds so poor. Say something. Ah. I'm planning to stream almost every single day, at least this month, and see how it goes. So bored. Nah, it makes no sense. Hello, welcome. You're allowed to say whatever you have to say. I will begin telling you guys stories again. I will continue, I mean. The light this way, it hurts the eyes, I think. Let me adjust it. No! That's better. This is better for the eyes. Let's see the top fans. Let's see the top fans. At this hour, I have nobody online, otherwise I would tell them to join. I can actually try reaching somebody. Oh, do that. Let's do it. Everyone is silent all of a sudden. So I'm not feeling that energy, you know? Everyone seems so silent all of a sudden. Maybe I don't have to stay online just like yesterday. It was almost 4 hours. And now I've been doing this for 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. My back kind of hurts. That's the sad part about live streams. When you see when you see a drop, no views, it's hard to carry on with the same energy. I mean, I can read stories, of course, as planned, but if I don't have any audience, it's not possible. It's hard this way. After 10 likes, I should leave. After 10 likes. I'll be right back. Every now and then somebody is joining and leaving. I wonder who is it? And I think you're getting cringed. But if you were cringed, you wouldn't watch it. I wonder who are you? I wonder who are you? Let me just read that once again. There's a story I had to read, but I lost it. I don't know. Maybe that's it for today. But I wanted to reach 10 likes, and for some reason it's not happening. So should I give up or should I continue? Good question, Reed. Good question. Why is it not reaching anyone all of a sudden? I wonder. I think YouTube has some rule. Like after a while, like you got a specific limitations. You got that duration you can't cross. Let's say it's 2 hours. So a small creator won't get any audience after 2 hours. I think this is the situation because I noticed a pattern which is unfair. Very unfair. Unfair as hell. I'm waiting for at least 2 people to join. Why is it like this? Why? I have no idea. Why do you have to be so unfair? Why do you have to be so unfair? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait playing my guitar instead of telling stories because okay, just when I was about to grab my guitar, somebody joined. I don't know how is the audio, let me check. Like, if my guitar is actually sounding good. I don't have any external microphone. I think there's a delay. I think it's okay. I don't have to check the audio. By the way, it's not a guitar stream or anything. I'm just bored because I have nobody. It's all just too much. There's more ways to run. I'm gonna read a story playing the guitar. It's gonna sound very weird. Reading a scary story, playing the guitar. Sounds interesting. Okay, let's see how it sounds actually. Playing a guitar and telling a scary story. The traveler sat in an old at a small English pub, thinking it was just a regular chat. That night he felt a cold hand on his shoulder. That's weird. I think I have to read it first so that I can understand what chords to fit. I'm gonna check the audio again. Welcome whoever joined. Nothing specific going on, I'm just playing around. I'm done telling stories for now. I'm just experimenting something very weird. Okay, it actually kind of sounds good. I was checking my own audio after I sang it. So. That night he felt a cold hand on his shoulder, even though no one was near him. Okay, that sounds interesting. That night he felt a cold hand on his shoulder, even though no one was near him. The next morning he was found dead. No clear cause, no clear cause. The local whispered that's chair. No one who says they're alone. Now the chair hangs from the ceiling in a museum. People say if you stare at it too long, you can feel the curse watching you, watching you. Ah, I feel so silly doing it, and I'm happy that nobody was here to witness this. Otherwise, I don't know what would people say. But I was enjoying for some reason. I was enjoying it. Maybe I will do that. Let's read the story. What exactly I was reading a while ago. Long ago, I'm gonna use. Okay. Long ago, there was a beautiful woman named Maria who lived in a village near the river. She married a wealthy man and had 2 children, but a the horror of what she had done, consumed by guilt and sorrow. No, I think this is a little bit fucked up story because she's literally killing her children, and I'm singing it like this. But that's the idea, to make it sound silly. Hello? Are you gonna stay or leave? Because I'm trying to pull off 5. Suddenly my stream is not reaching anyone. This is a forever complaint. I always complain this way whenever it drops. But I noticed a pattern that after a while YouTube stopped recommending the stream. If you're a small creator. It sounds like I'm yapping, but it's actually a fact. YouTube does that. YouTube told us that. But when your subscriber counts are low, we limit your reach. And that's unfair. That's unfair. I see 3 now, so it means YouTube is actually recommending this stream. I wish the loyal subscribers were here, but they're not here. Every now and then people just leave. Say something so that I can understand that you're here. Maybe I'm buffering and I don't even know. Maybe I'm lagging and nobody is able to tell me. How am I gonna know that I'm lagging if you're not telling me? Just 2 hours is not enough. I'll stay 2 more hours if I see at least 2 more people to carry on. To carry on. Any tune. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna tell somebody. King of the game, just freeway I'm just gonna stare at you like this until you say anything. How much battery I have? I actually have a lot. I have a lot. I have a lot. You can see, you can rolling the same. What name? Story. Get ready for something spooky. Get ready for something spooky. A lot of people left. And I feel alone. Small creators issue. They never show sympathy. Why you don't show me? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I think the internet, like whenever it drops, it affects my stream. Makes sense that it affects my stream. It makes sense. But it is what it is, I gotta live with that. I gotta live with that. I really don't have a lot of choice. Just have to accept my fate. Just gotta accept my fate. Just gotta accept my fate. Just gotta accept my fate. Because I'm not raging anyone. And I'm just babbling randomly. It's because I don't know if I have anyone. A while ago it was getting so fun. So many people were talking. So many. I felt like a big creator. Always, the beginning feels very amazing. But like after an hour it starts to get very embarrassing. Embarrassingly so. Today I will not get any audience. What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do to reach somebody? To reach at least one person. One. I'm getting thirsty. Maybe I should take it as a break. So it seems like I did reach a lot of people through Shorts feed, but they are just swiping. They're not in the mood to watch live. You know? Live streaming is hard. Because first of all, not a lot of audience enjoy to watch live streams, and a lot of people don't even care about somebody unknown. If they watch live streams, they're gonna watch somebody they already know and they're popular enough. Somebody new, it's nothing to them. Nothing interesting. Even if they give a little bit of like what's the word? Like even if they get curious for a while, it doesn't last long. So yeah, live streaming as a small creator is so hard. Like, like if I make shorts, I get thousands of views, hundreds of likes, sometimes thousands. But when it's about live streaming, it's like 10 likes. I didn't even reach 10 likes today. Why? Because, first of all, nobody knows you. Nobody cares about you. If they find you, they're just gonna watch and swipe. And because people have, like, goldfish like attention span, they will give you 2 seconds or 3 seconds. And if they don't like it, they're gonna swipe. And because it's real time, timing will matter. It depends. Like, maybe I'm not saying a story and I'm just yapping, and at that time, that person found my stream, and they're gonna be like, oh, he's just yapping. Let's swipe. And somebody, after a while, who's swiping, gonna find where I'm telling the story. He might stay. It is what it is. Maybe as a small creator, 2 hours should be my max. Maybe. It makes sense. It makes sense that I am a small creator. It makes sense that I will suffer to reach you. But I will never give up until I reach my goals. Yeah. I see 3 people watching me now, but I know they will not stay. Actually, there's 10. I see you, but you can't see me. I don't know if you will stay with me, but it's okay if you decided to leave me anyway. Leave me anyway. You will leave me anyway. It's very random. I don't even know what I'm saying, you know? I'm just bored because all of a sudden I lost a lot of audience. I just paused, maybe my network dropped, I don't know. And that's okay, ups and downs, that's normal, but the issue is, I noticed a pattern that after a while, it doesn't reach anyone. For some reason. If the network drops, or you just kind of pause the stream, it's hard to get back to that. So maybe I should avoid pausing. Like when I leave and the screen is empty, nobody's here. This hurts the stream. I got it. I just asked for 10 likes, but it's becoming so hard. So hard. But still, I'm not tired, man. I'm not tired of being acting so soon. Let's aim for 10 likes, but it seems like I hit the plateau. After 9, I'm failing. Whoever you are, can you drop a like, because it seems like 10 is becoming harder. It's 50% weak today. Almost 50%. That's unfair. That's unfair. What am I supposed to do? I might end the stream soon. Once I reach 10th like, I'll end it. I'm not promising though. Because if I see a lot of people, then I'm not gonna leave. That's kind of obvious, of course. But let's say somebody just joined and then liked and then left. I will end the stream. The pattern is very unfair, that's for sure. I'm gonna talk about it some other day. Some other stream or video or short. Or maybe I'll just write it down in my community tab. I don't know. Who's the second person, I wonder? Person number 2. Who are you? Don't be shy and comment down. Or at least drop a like. I'm done telling stories for now. Stories can happen only when we have enough audience. And for my standards, 3 is enough. 3 is the beginning, and then it can increase. Which I want. Which I want. Shut up. Sorry, I lost the focus. I have no idea what's just happening. I'm just waiting for this to work. It just dropped suddenly, and I don't know how. But there's a pattern, and I'm gonna talk about it after I get enough audience once again. Or maybe tomorrow. Because I think YouTube is like done. No more reach for today. What should I call that? Like if you care about color, you're a racist. But if you care about the size of the channel, what are you? Sizist? Channelist? So far I see one person coming and going, and I don't know who that is. I don't know, no problem, dude. Yeah, my girl was looking for something for us. And I told her. I'm gonna end the stream since nobody's finding this. Oh man. I was reading stories though. Thank you. I see 9th like, and I know who that is. Thank you very much, Tony. Actually, I just reached him and told him to drop a like. That's so pity, I know. That's very pity. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Because, yeah, thank you, man. I knew it was you. Thank you very much. So, I'm just doing storytelling content, basically. When I stream, basically my channel is all about scary stories, as you know. And during the streams, that's what I do. I tell stories, and the stream was going very good. Very good, in fact. But all of a sudden it dropped. And I noticed a pattern here, which I'm gonna talk about later. Like I've been doing it for 2 hours already. Actually, almost 3 hours. And now nobody's here but you. Other two I can see they're not talking. So I'm done telling stories for now. I said like 7 to 8 stories. That's actually enough for today, I think. And that's okay. But I reached the goal. 10 likes. That was the goal. Tony, are you still here? Because I can see 3 people. Still. The third one is you, I guess. Yeah, I think you're still here. A lot of chats today, and all of a sudden it's so calm. But I'm still enjoying. I guess I'm kind of weird then. Okay, so he left. I got 10 likes. Finally. Yeah, I've dropped it and on one of your streams before. But cool, man. Don't mind supporting a friend, but about where I've started a new job this week. Okay, good luck. Good luck, my friend. New job. New life. You'll do great. You're a hard-working guy. And you grind very good, just like in games. And thank you again. Hope to see you again. Selfishly, I really need your likes. I feel thankful whenever I tell a friend to do this, even though it's not a big deal, and they do. It shows that they care, because he is not like, we're friends since like a couple of, maybe 2 years, playing Pokemon Go. And I used to have a best friend who was my friend since 2009, and I could never make him like a video. Can you imagine? And one day I realized he was just jealous of me. You're welcome, Tony. And yeah, you can leave if you want to. He immediately joined and dropped a like. That's what we call a friend. It doesn't matter if it's online or offline. Real people will show you actions, not words. A friend who was friends since 15 years I'm bad at math, so let me count. 2009 and now it's 2025. 2009 and 2025. So long. It's a long time. And he never checked my channel out. I told him and he never did. So it is what it is. I see 4 people now. Whoever is here, can you show yourself? So that I can understand you're committed to the stream. I was about to end, but if I see a lot of people, I don't think I'm gonna end. My endurance is very powerful. Why? Because it drives, like, if audience is cheering me up, it gets better and better. Just like a wrestler, a WWE wrestler, you know? Audience fuels them. So just like that, if I see a lot of people, it's gonna fuel me and I'm gonna keep going. Let me check my audio if it's fine. If everything is okay. I got it. Okay. I got 10 likes, so I should be satisfied. Oh, so you're still here. I thought nobody's here, so I wasn't talking now. I didn't hesitate to join and yeah, my best friend for 20 years, we still talk, but he is a know-it-all, and I can't get him to like something he's not already into. But we're still here. Yeah, that happens. But I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much. I thought you left, but you're still here. Whenever I realize there's nobody, I just randomly say stuff that makes no sense. But today the stream was very fun. Like usually my streams are very fun in the beginning, and then eventually it drops. So maybe one day I'll tell you to join a little earlier. But you're a busy guy. But still, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. A lot of people. Okay, I think my stream is buffering again. No, it's okay. By the way, do you like my head? It's too big. I know. A lot of people thought I forgot to close the filter, but I'm actually using it intentionally. The comment was very comforting for some reason. People experience the same thing as I did. Maybe tomorrow I'll drop the stream link in our group chat, and let's see. I know you'll join, but let's see if anybody else joins. Hopefully they will. Okay, I think I should leave now. Thank you for joining, every single one of you. And I'll see you next time. Adios. Or I should just wait before it's 0, because I can still see 2 people. Just got back from store and seen your message, so I jumped in. But about to play a show battle, some of Pokemon Go, then spend some time with my girlfriend. Absolutely, my friend, you deserve it. Take some rest. And enjoy your time. I'm about to finish, but I have a rule. Okay, maybe it's just you and me. Nobody else is here. Because I can see 2 people. That's you and me. And you're about to go. So, okay. It's the perfect time to end it. So, adios. And we'll talk again, of course.